What is up, people? PP here, and today we are going to be talking about this guy right here. Oh yeah, Mr. Demetrius Opoulos. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but anyways, yeah, I got this information off of YouTube, so please bear with me as I reference that. Anyways, so him and his lovely wife here were trying to have babies, and apparently, yeah, I guess his stuff was not working properly. So as you can imagine, they were very sad. Yeah, so anyways, they had the great idea, and I don't know if it was his idea or her idea, but I imagine he was just probably going along with the program and was trying to make her happy. As you can see, she's got a big smiling a big smile on her face, because guess what? The next thing that happens is absolutely great for her and terrible for him, as you can see. But nonetheless, he's like, you know what? I have no other options. Let's go ahead and get the next door neighbor. So, yeah, he meets him and he's like, look, bro, I have a very huge dilemma on my hands. You see my gorgeous wife here? He's like, yeah, I see her. He's like, look. What I want you to do is I want you to pound the shit out of her for as long as it takes until she gets pregnant. Do you think you could do that? And he's like looking at him, and he's looking at his wife, he's looking at him, and he's like, are you sure? Are you sure about that, dude? I mean, like, have you seen your wife? She's smoking hot. And apparently she was a former beauty pageant chick. And he's like, dude, I would love to have sex with your wife, but I don't know if that's a good idea, man. And Demetrius was like, look, what if I gave you some money? And he's like, wait, what? How much money are we talking, man? He's like, what about $2,500? And he's like, you can't be serious. $2,500? Yeah. So for $2,500, he goes to town on the wife here, and apparently he ends up being sterile. They didn't find that out too much later. So yeah, she ends up getting some new fun activity in her life, and the neighbor is pleased, and the husband is absolutely infuriated. And yeah, this story was covered on the Young Turks quite a long time ago. I will actually let you listen to them explain it a little bit better than what I could do. I don't think I did the story justice. So take it away, Young Turks. And I'm sorry for the poor quality of this video, but that's okay. It's not about the 60 frame rates per second. It's about the story. Okay, let's listen and pay attention.
Demetrius Soropoulos cannot get his wife pregnant because he's sterile, okay? So he decides, you know what, it would be a great idea for me to ask my neighbor to try to impregnate my wife, and I'm going to pay him for it. So he paid his neighbor $2,500 for 6 months, and what his neighbor had to do was sleep with his wife 3 evenings a week.
Okay.
Can you imagine?
Now, if you think, well, it depends on what his wife looks like. Apparently, his wife was a former beauty pageant contestant.
Right.
Okay, so the wife is hot, and he's sterile, so he thinks this dude, you know, he's already got 2 kids. His neighbor does, right?
His
so
neighbor has 2 kids.
Obviously things are functioning. And here's the funny part: he looks like me, right? He apparently looks like a Greek-German dude, right? Because this Sopoulos guy is clearly Greek. Originally, his name is. And they're in Stuttgart, Germany. So he's like, ja, schluppen das ist Vitamin.
Right.
Come and, have a go at my wife 3 times a week.
Right.
And this guy put in his work, man.
He did. He had sex with his wife 3 times a week for 6 months, and the woman didn't get pregnant.
Now, but that's a lot of work that guy put in. He's like, all right, I gotta fuck your wife again. All right, step aside. Let me see this beauty pageant chick. Let me have another run at her. And by the end of the 6 months,
Oh, he definitely had a run at her.
the neighbor's wife is starting to complain.
Right.
She's like, wait, you know what? Okay, but I'm not getting any here. You keep having sex with the neighbor's wife.
Right.
And he's like, look, we're in a recession. It's tough times. I'm trying to bring food for the family. So, I'm going and making this thing happen, right? But at the end of the 6 months, she still doesn't get pregnant. So what gives?
Okay, at that point, the husband is like, all right, my wife's not getting pregnant. I want my neighbor to go to the doctor and make sure everything is functioning right. Turns out he's sterile.
Wait a minute. The neighbor is sterile.
The neighbor is sterile. The neighbor who is getting paid to sleep with this man's wife is sterile.
Insisted that Mouse have a medical examination, which he did. The doctor's announcement that Mouse was also sterile shocked everyone except his wife, who was forced to confess that Mouse was not the real father of their 2 children. Elbow from the sky! Oh, man.
Okay, so check it out. Like, apparently, this guy here in the middle was not the father of the kids of his own family because he was sterile. So it was kind of like touche in a sense. Karma came back to bite him in the ass because he's like tagging this chick's, he's tagging this guy's wife, right? And lo and behold, his wife was getting tagged in the past by somebody else because he was sterile. Boy, karma's a bitch, isn't it? That's why you don't bang people's wives. Woo! But anyways, let's go ahead and let them finish up.
So everyone is devastated. The neighbor who's been having sex with the woman finds out it's not his wife's kids are not his own. His wife's scam is unfolded. And now the funny part is the guy who hired him in the first place is like, breach of contract. I didn't hire you to fuck my wife. I hired you to impregnate my wife, and you didn't do it, and you've been having a go at her all this time, and at the end we got nothing. And Mouse, the neighbor, says, hey, look, man, I didn't know. I gave it my best shot. Literally. He's like, look, you saw me, man. I came and fucked the shit out of her 3 times a week, and it still didn't work.
Bro, I would be pissed. First of all, you didn't do your job. You didn't get my wife pregnant. But he must have been really surprised, like, oh shit, she's not getting pregnant. What the hell? Oops. And the husband's like, yeah, this is taking a little too long. So yeah, everybody, like he said, was devastated. Let me see what the comments had to say. Let's see. What kind of woman would make some guy raise kids that aren't even his without telling him? That really pisses me off. Bro, it happens more than you think. This guy says, oh my gosh, I love this show. Sync is the absolute funniest ever. I would have to admit, this shit made me laugh harder than most shit I've seen. This guy's like, wow, this is the greatest story I've ever heard. You got that right, damn it. This shit was funny as shit.
Yeah, he refuses to give it up because he said he did not guarantee conception, but only that he would give it an honest effort.
Indeed. Look, if I'm the judge, I rule in favor of Mouse twice. That's the guy's name. One, you get to keep the money because you gave it your best shot. You didn't know. Number 2, I rule in favor of you in the divorce proceedings. And no, your wife shouldn't get any money for the kids that she had with someone else. Man, women are crafty, man. You got to watch them.
He's lucky too, man. If the judge was to grant the wife child support, he would have been screwed. I don't really know what happened, but I mean, or if they even got a divorce, but theoretically, if he was to go to the judge and the judge was to be like, I know these are not your kids, but you have to pay child support, he would be absolutely screwed. But that has happened before, and I might show that in my next video sometime. But yeah, it's happened before where guys get absolutely shafted for the wife because she has kids with someone else. Even though it's not his kids, he still has to pay child support for those kids that are not his. Talk about bullshit. Anyways, I thought this shit was so funny. He's like, elbow from the sky. Hope you guys like this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Share it with your friends and family. Oh, yeah, this is BP signing out. And if you guys happen to find this channel, you found a gem, my friend, because, yeah, I get 0 views on all my videos, but that's okay. We're going to change that one of these days. Woo! Hang in there, boys. We're going to the top. All right, BP, I'm out.